Hi, Bailey's Tigers. It's Miss Sandrovich here, and we're celebrating Digital Citizenship Week. Today's our first day, lunes. So let's see what we're going to learn today. Before we get started, let's look at our question. It says, how do you feel today? And I see with my looking eyes some new characters. I wonder if we're going to meet some new characters this week. So let's answer that question to ourselves. Do you feel calm? Maybe you feel excited. Maybe you're feeling sad today. Or maybe you're feeling frustrated. I want everyone to stop and think how they're feeling today. Miss Sandrovich is feeling excited because we're starting Digital Citizenship Week, and I'm so excited to be with you today. So let's see what we're going to do. We have a question that we're going to answer each day of the week, and here's our question for today. If you can read it with me. How do we balance our time with technology? That's a really important question. I'm going to read it one more time. How do we balance our time with technology? And I noticed that there's a word in red, and there's two words at the bottom here in red. Those red words, kind of like when you go to the library with Mrs. Perrault, the red words are library words. For this week, we're going to say the red words are the technology words. So this word with the B, balance, is going to be one of our important words. Our second word is device. Can you say the word balance, boys and girls? And can you say device? Let's learn what these mean. So here I see some pumpkins. I notice that there's two at the bottom and they're down. They must be heavy. And I see one pumpkin on the top here. That must be light. This works with our word balance. But do pumpkins have to do with technology and devices? No. When we talk about balance with our device, we mean having equal weight or importance of something. So it's important to balance time using your technology or your devices, and then doing other things that don't include devices or technology. We're going to learn and share some ideas of how we can balance. Our second word has to do with these three things. I have an iPhone, a laptop, and an iPad. These are examples of a device. It's an electronic piece of equipment, and we use them maybe in school and maybe at home. So there are our two words, balance and device. Press your save button, boys and girls. We are definitely going to be using these words throughout the week. So now what we're going to do is we are going to meet that character that you saw before. So if I can have everyone turn their listening ears on, and we're going to have a quiet mouth so we can learn who our first character is.
On this episode, it's Arms.
Hello, digital citizens. My name is Arms. I'm known for using my long arms to balance the many things I do, kind of like being on a seesaw. Speaking of seesaws, today I'm at the playground waiting for my friends. I love the playground, but I also love playing games on my device. Sometimes I want to watch TV or play online all day, but when I spend too much time on devices, I start to feel out of balance because I miss out on other activities that make me happy, like seeing my friends or coming here to the playground. I love being on devices, but finding the right balance is important. Balance means making time to do all the things you like. I hope my long arms remind you to balance your time online.
Hey, Arms, I found this really cool tree for us to climb.
Gotta go. But my question for you digital citizens out there is, how do you balance your time with technology?
All right, Tigers. So we got to meet one of our first characters. We're going to skip over the video since we already saw it. Before we go on to this next part, I want you to stop and I want you to think. Did you hear those red technology words in the video? I sure did. I heard balance and device. And look on your screen. We have a picture here of Arms balancing on a seesaw. And on the other side is an iPad. And Arms asked us a really important question. Is why is it important to balance our time with online or devices and all the other things we love to do? So let's stop and let's think about that. Why is it important to balance? You might be thinking it's important to balance your time with devices and other things you love. Because think about it, our eyes would hurt after a while of using a device for so long. Plus, our body needs movement. We need to move by running, walking, skipping, playing sports. All of those are great examples of moving our bodies. So, our fun activity that we're going to do along with Arms is you are going to get a piece of paper that looks like this one. If you're doing this video whole group, please pause the video here and pass this paper out to students. So the question on your paper here, it says, what are some things you like to do with and without your device? You can do one of two things, friends. You can either color the top here where Arms is, or you can color up top and use your letters and writing skills to write down here what you like to do without your device. If you're struggling, you can ask a teacher or friend for some help with sounding out those words. So right now is a you do. You're going to have 10 minutes to do this activity. My timer's going to start now. Again, if you have any questions on how to spell a word, first try and sound it out with those sounds of your letters that you know. And if you need help, quietly raise your hand. Go ahead and get started. This is a heads up, Tigers. You're halfway through your time. Make sure that you are coloring inside the lines and that you're thinking about that question. What are some things you like to do with and without your device? In other words, what are other things that you love to do all the time when you're not using an iPad or a laptop? Here's your final minute, Tigers. Make sure you finish that your name is at the top. You want to make sure you have your paper. right, time is up. Don't want to start the timer again. So, congrats on completing your first Digital Citizens activity. Today we met arms, and arms taught us the meaning of balance and why it's important to balance our time online so that we have time to do all that we love to do. So, who should we meet next? Let's see how many characters there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 digital citizen characters, and we already met one. But Miss Sandrovich, there's only 5 days in a week, in a work week. That means one day we're going to have 2. So come back tomorrow and we'll find out who we're going to meet next. Have a great day, Tigers!